Hello, everybody. The fans sure got their money's worth tonight. And the trilogy that we promised everybody, we delivered. This is probably one of the greatest fighters that I've ever been associated with. Huge heart. Everybody knows what we spoke about. And I want to, this is kind of tough to address this because I don't want it to come off as sour grapes, because that's not the way to end a trilogy of this sort, a fight that we call Final Confrontation. Rafael Marquez is extremely disappointed. He feels that the fight was taken from him. He believes the fight tonight, he won the fight handily. We sat in the dressing room and went over the scorecards several times and replayed the fight. And I watched the fight on replay myself. So I just want to digest a couple of things with all of you. And then I'm going to let Rafael come up and speak for himself. I am going to protest the fight to the WBC. And I want to tell the people why the camp has chosen to do this. It is not to disparage or disgrace anything with Israel Vazquez or the Vazquez camp. It has absolutely nothing to do with Vazquez. He fought his heart out, and as did Rafael Marquez. But I don't have the scorecard in front of me, but the round in which they took the low blow from Rafael Marquez, the 10th round, Rafi won on all three scorecards, 10-9. If there is no low blow in that round, then the fight ends in a draw at the 10th round. I watched the tape. You all will have several opportunities to see the tape yourself, probably on Showtime on demand, as well as DVDs and whatever else you're going to watch. But the low blow call was clearly right on the belt line, right on the hip. It wasn't a millimeter low. I think the referee had warned Rafi 2 or 3 times, and sometimes when they make those warnings, they're looking for enforcement. I don't want to comment on that. I do want to comment, though, that there was absolutely no low blow. And then we come to the 12th round, which winds up a 10-8 round for Vazquez, based on the referee jumping in the corner at the end of the 12th round, and I believe that there were 10 seconds or less in that round. And 4 seconds. You know, whatever the case may be, when you have two fighters like this, and I think they proved it in fight 1, they proved it in fight 2, and they proved it tonight in fight 3. There are times that Rafael Marquez hit Israel Vazquez, and I would have bet my home and my cars that Vazquez was going down, and I blink and he's still up. And the same thing with Rafael Marquez. And we believe that a fight of this magnitude, the trilogy, all that was at stake, the referee should let it go in those last 4 seconds or 7 or whatever the stopwatch is going to tell us all, but should have let it come to its final conclusion. If Israel Vazquez would have knocked Rafael Marquez out in the corner, then he gets knocked out. And everybody sees the ending of the fight, and it truly is a final confrontation. But to jump in on a fighter that isn't down, that has his heart, his chin, his guts, everything about him, I don't think was right. Jaime Quintana, my co-promoter, doesn't think it's right. Nacho doesn't think it's right. But single most importantly, the fighter himself feels that the fight was taken from him. And that's not really the way that we want to end this trilogy. So this isn't begging for a fourth fight. It has nothing to do with that. It's for the honor of Rafael Marquez. We really believe that the low blow, when it's shown, will absolutely, you will all see that it's not a low blow. And we're going to petition the WBC to call this a non-contest and take the loss off Rafi's record. And then if we need a 4 to settle the score, then that's what we'll do. I trust the Saquon people, trust Frank Espinoza, and I trust Israel Vazquez. They've been gentlemen with us, we've been gentlemen with them. So before I introduce Rafi, I know Ken Hirschman, you can't see here because they're bright lights, but Ken Hirschman's in a room somewhere from Showtime, and I want to thank Ken for putting on this trilogy and the Showtime television network to forever be a part of history with Rafael Marquez and Israel Vazquez. And then someone came up to me in the ring when they were reading the decision and they said, "We will forever all be bound together." I am really honored, extremely honored to have been a part of this, to have my name attached to it. So let me introduce, Jaime, do you want to say anything, or do you want Rafi? Okay, we're going to let Rafi talk. When he's done, we'll answer all your questions. We'll stay as long as it takes to answer all your questions. Rafi.
Hola, buenas noches a todos. Bueno, una decisión muy controversial, una decisión que no estaba de mi parte, pero no sé por qué me quitaron 2 puntos cuando realmente di los golpes efectivos, ¿no? Y realmente pues no nos gustó este tipo de decisiones, ¿no?
Well, what can I tell you? I'm very disappointed with the way that decision went. I mean, really, I cannot believe that they took away a point from me when it was a clean shot to the body, and at on the 12th round, I mean, it shouldn't be like 8 count, because I mean. I wasn't down.
Bueno, gracias a todos por venir.
There's nothing I can say more. I mean, thank you everybody for being here.
Okay, we'll answer your questions now, but I do want to acknowledge the champion Israel Vazquez, who just walked into the room. Okay, we'll take your questions.
Gary.
Go ahead.
Gary, you said that you didn't seriously trust the judge's decision. What does Rafa feel about it?
I didn't trust the judge's decision.
You said that you didn't agree with it and you felt it was wrong, and that you felt the point deduction was wrong.
Well, that's not the judges. I mean, they have to, when the referee says take a point, they have to take a point.
Well, the bottom line is you felt the decision was wrong.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. I think the final outcome of the fight was wrong, because if they don't take the point, then it's a draw.
Okay, but my question is, what does Rafa feel about that?
Sure.
Rafael, ¿cómo te sientes, Rafael, obviamente de este tipo de decisión? O sea, el que los jueces no tienen la culpa, simplemente los jueces apuntan lo que el referee les indica. El referee le indica que quiten un punto por pegar abajo, se lo quitan. ¿Qué piensas de ese tipo de decisiones?
Bueno, si todos ven el video y ven la repetición, nunca le pego abajo a Israel. Le pego bien, le gancho muy bien. Vean si quieren el video, y le pego bien, le pego abajo y me quita el punto. Entonces y luego me vuelve a quitar en el último round otro punto cuando no caí, cuando debe dejar Israel Vazquez continuar la pelea, y no caí, no puse ni los guantes en el